Look at the rough drawing that you made to start this project. Now take the cloud pattern that you used to trace the cloud onto the felt and line it up with the front side of your cloud. Draw your design exactly how you would like it to appear on your cloud. I knew that I would want a symmetrical crown, and I knew that I couldn't draw it exactly symmetrical, so I folded my cloud approximately in half, and I just drew half of my crown. Then I folded it back on that line, and I used the light tracer. I traced my design through the light tracer, and then retraced it so I got the shape that I wanted. Now I add the details that I want to see on my crown. Those are going to be made of jewels, I can already tell you that. And I want to make the letter P because this is for my daughter Piper. And that'll probably be about it. You don't want to get too detailed because all this stuff is going to be added with fabrics or ribbons or felt or other things that we have available in the room. While you're drawing your cloud, you should be thinking about what you want to use to decorate it with. At this time, you should gather those materials, lay them all out just like you want them, and show it to Mrs. Boyle. The shiny purple ribbon is for my letter. The light pink felt is for my crown. When Mrs. Boyle tells you you're done, you're ready to make your detailed patterns. You'll need a piece of small free art paper or scrap free art paper. I will need to cut out of paper anything that I want to make with material. So that means I need an extra piece for my crown, and I'll need an extra piece for my P. I'm going to use the light table to trace those things so they will be exactly the same as I drew them. Now I will cut out each piece individually. I will cut out my crown, I will cut out my letter. At the end I'll have 3 pieces. One is my cloud, one is my crown, and one is my letter. Okay, we're going to trace our extra patterns onto our other materials. I want to put this down here, but I don't want it to go over the black line. And I'm going to trace it with my chalk. When tracing on a trickier piece of material or fabric, you might need to use an extra fine point Sharpie. Also, I'm making a letter, so I want the marker lines to be on the back side of this letter, so I need to flip the letter around and reverse it. You may not have this problem. The crown, I didn't have to do that for. Now I'm ready to carefully cut out all of the pieces. Figure out which side is the front and which side is the back. The back should have all of the knots and the messy stuff on it, maybe even chalk lines. Lay your pieces out on the front and then get ready to glue them on. Grab a small messy mat to lean on for gluing. When you're gluing, flip your felt over and your material, whatever you're gluing on, make sure it's the back side, so wherever the chalk lines or the marker lines are. You'll take your glue, it'll be with a brush and a cup, shared with your neighbor, and this is tacky glue, so it's a little bit more gooey. You're just going to brush in one direction. Hold it down with your other hand and then brush along your edges. Make sure you cover all of the edges so that it glues down well. So this was my original plan, but I noticed that the hole in my P is too small, so I want to put something there to make it stand out a little bit more. I'm going to add a last minute piece. One more jewel should make it stand out just enough. When you are done, clean up your space. Show your planned drawing and your final design to Mrs. Boyle. Put your cloud on your rough drawing to dry and make sure your name and class are visible on the paper. Mrs. Boyle will tell you where to put them next.